Imagine this. You're in love. Life is good. And then your girlfriend changes windows without telling you. Congratulations. You've just become the main character of a NETORARE anime. Yeah, NETORARE. 3 little letters that strike fear into the hearts of anime fans everywhere. Because today, we're diving into the most emotionally scarring genre you wish you never googled, NETORARE. You see, NETORARE, or Einshur, is a genre. But not just any genre. This isn't your wholesome slice of life where people hold hands and get embarrassed over a shared umbrella. This is the genre where your waifu cheats on you. And not just cheats. She enjoys it. You're sitting there, fully invested in this sweet romance arc, and suddenly, boom, she's off with someone else. It's like being stabbed in the heart with a rusty fork, and instead of someone helping you, the director adds romantic background music and soft lighting, because that's NETORARE logic. Now, if you're not fluent in anime trauma, let me translate. NETORARE is, at its core, just cheating. Classic, painful, soul-crushing infidelity. Only difference is it's stylized. It's weaponized. It's basically emotional torture in 24 frames per second. Imagine this. You're in a happy relationship. Everything seems fine. And then one day your partner switches operating systems without warning, without logging out of your shared account. You come back to your computer and someone else is typing on your keyboard. That's NETORARE. But hold on, cheating isn't just one thing. No. There are types of betrayal. Let me introduce you to the two-headed demon, physical cheating and emotional cheating. Physical is simple. It's the obvious kind. Someone takes their clothes off, not for you, and now your trust is lying face down in a ditch somewhere. It's the cinematic betrayal. You walk in, you see the scene. Your eyes widen, music swells, you drop the groceries. Credits roll. But emotional cheating? That's stealth mode. That's the kind that creeps in through your Wi-Fi router. This is when they start texting someone else a little too much, laughing at their jokes, telling them things they don't even tell you. They start using emojis they haven't used with you in months. There's no nudity, no hotel rooms, but it still hurts because you can feel it. Their heart is logging out of your connection and buffering on someone else's screen. And in the internet age, emotional cheating is free to play. No download required. Just a Discord server, a bad sleep schedule, and a questionable sense of boundaries. But hey, we're still talking about real life here. Let's crank it up a notch and see what happens when anime gets involved. Because in the world of anime and manga, especially the dark corners of that side of the internet, NETORARE doesn't just stop at texting someone else or sneaking into hotel rooms. Oh no, it evolves. Why did she cheat? Was she emotionally neglected? Was there a communication breakdown? Nope. She was under a mind control spell, or drank a potion called liquid gold, Tim, that unlocked her true desires. Or maybe she was hypnotized by a usp stick. Or maybe, just maybe, it was Tuesday and the author was bored. Sometimes it's all of the above. Yes, in the same scene. In one manga, the girl falls to the dark side because the villain sprinkled something in her bento. In another, she switches sides because of revenge. Not subtle revenge either, anime revenge. Like, you didn't reply to my goodnight message, so now I'm going to emotionally annihilate you by sleeping with your arch rival and live streaming it to your soul. And the worst part? Sometimes she likes it, not just tolerates it, not just goes along with it. She smiles, she moans, she whispers the other guy's name while staring at the camera, knowing full well her boyfriend is watching from a dark corner of the frame. This isn't cheating. This is weaponized heartbreak with animation budgets. And then you, the viewer, are just sitting there holding your bowl of instant ramen, wondering what kind of psychological trap you just stepped into. In anime, NETORARE comes in 2 forms, explicit and implicit. Explicit NETORARE is the full-blown betrayal. She cheats behind your back, or sometimes right in front of you, and hides nothing. It's open. It's aggressive. It's basically a war crime against your feelings. Implicit NETORARE is sneakier, more emotional. You feel like you've been cheated on, even if nothing technically happened. It's in the glances, the hesitation, the way she blushes around some other dude. You see it, you know it, and it hurts. Even if they never technically switched windows, you can feel the update downloading in the background. And in both cases, it's betrayal. And betrayal hits different, especially in Tude, because in real life, maybe you can talk it out. But in the anime, you get 3 reaction shots, a silent montage, and a piano version of the opening theme. No wonder no one forgives anyone in this genre. The emotional damage is baked right into the storyboard. And speaking of betrayal, let me take you on a quick tour of the 9 circles of hell, according to our good pal Dante Alighieri. Yeah, the guy who looked at human sin and said, "You know what this needs? A floor plan?" Now, the deeper you go, the worse the sin. Circle 1, not so bad, limbo, just floating. Some sighing, kind of like a boring group chat. Circle 2, lust. Circle 3, gluttony. Okay, whatever. A few extra snacks and spicy dreams. But keep descending, and eventually you hit circle 9, the very bottom. The final boss room, reserved for traitors. Not murderers, not demons. Traitors. The people who said "I love you" and then switched operating systems mid-update. And what happens to them down there? They're frozen, locked in a lake of ice, up to their necks. No movement, no redemption arc, just eternal buffering. And let me tell you something, I've been there. Took a little field trip. Educational purposes, of course. Saw a guy who cheated on his girlfriend and spoiled the ending of Attack on Titan in the same week. Now he's stuck in the ice, with a TikTok algorithm that only plays recap videos from the wrong season. And just in case you think I'm joking, here look, cuts to a black and white photo. That's me, in the ice, straight-faced, no phone signal, surrounded by dudes who thought emotional cheating doesn't count. And yeah, the photo's black and white because, fun fact, iPhone, Samsungs, Xiaomis, they don't survive hellfire. Only real old-school phones do. The kind you could throw at someone and cause actual damage. So if you're planning your own NETORARE expedition, pack light, trust no one, and bring a phone with buttons. But hey, just when you think you've reached the bottom, anime opens another trapdoor. Because now we need to talk about the weird cousin of NETORARE. The one that shows up uninvited to family gatherings. The one that brings its own camera crew and says, No, I wanted this to happen. Ladies and gentlemen, meet cuckold. Now, to the untrained eye, cuckold and NETORARE might look the same. Girl cheats on guy. Guy suffers. Cue dramatic music. Roll credits. But here's the twist. In NETORARE, the guy is a victim. He's blindsided, betrayed, broken. But in cuckold, he's into it. Like, really into it. It's no longer, how could you do this to me? It's, are you guys done yet? Or should I bring snacks? NETORARE is trauma. Cuckold is a team-building exercise. And it's not accidental. In cuckold stories, everyone is in on it. The girl, the guy, the third guy who somehow wandered into this plotline, they've all signed a consent form. Sometimes, the couple just got bored of the usual change of windows, so they decide to spice it up. Bring in a third party, try something unusual. It's like opening a relationship, but instead of therapy and boundaries, you just install a live chat feed and hope for the best. And don't get me wrong, if that's your thing, cool. No kink, shaming here. But let's be honest, this is one of those genres where you can't tell if the script was written by a psychologist or a sleep-deprived dungeon master. So remember, NETORARE is pain without permission. Cuckold is pain with popcorn. Big difference. Same tears, different flavor. Now, jokes aside, let's get real for a second. Why does NETORARE hit so hard? Why does this genre, whether in anime, manga, or real life, feel like someone punched you in the soul? Because deep down, betrayal is primal. It messes with the part of your brain that craves safety, loyalty, connection. You trust someone, you open up, you let them into your little emotional apartment, and then one day, they change the locks and invite someone else in. Whether it's physical, emotional, or purely fictional, infidelity stings because it rewrites the story you thought you were living. Suddenly, the person who said "I'm yours" is saying, "Barab, someone else just unlocked my dull content." And in anime, it's amplified because characters are idealized. They're not just cute or cool, they're perfect. Your waifu? She's not just a girl. She's the girl. So when she cheats, it's not just betrayal, it's betrayal of the fantasy. It's a reminder that even in a world built to escape reality, pain still finds a way in. Maybe that's why people watch it. Not because they enjoy the suffering, but because part of them wants to understand it, to confront it, to feel something real, even through dude heartbreak. Or maybe they're just masochists. Honestly, hard to tell sometimes. Either way, betrayal, real or fictional, hurts the same way, in silence, in re-watches. In that awkward moment when you stare at the screen and whisper, damn, not like this.